Before we jump into today's unbelievable story, do me a small favor. Hit like and subscribe. It costs nothing, and it helps me pretend I'm a serious adult doing serious historical research. All right, let's begin.
In every generation, there are people who think differently. People who see the world not as it is, but as it could be. Thomas Gregory Thompson was one of them. A brilliant engineer, a visionary inventor, a man who could build machines no one else could even imagine. And yet, Tommy Thompson's story did not end with glory, fame, or fortune. It ended with one of the strangest disappearances in American history. A federal manhunt, a courtroom mystery, and a treasure so large it still haunts investors today. This is the real story of the genius who found 2 tons of gold under the Atlantic and then vanished with the money.
Tommy Thompson grew up in Columbus, Ohio, far from the ocean, far from any treasure. But he was not like everyone else. As a boy, he took apart radios just to see how they worked. As a teenager, he built machines from scrap metal. At Ohio State University, professors called him the brightest mind in the room. He studied engineering, mathematics, and hydrodynamics, and became obsessed with a story that almost nobody remembered anymore. The sinking of the SS Central America, a legendary ship from the Gold Rush era.
To everyone else, it was just a historical footnote. To Tommy Thompson, it was destiny.
In 1857, the SS Central America left Panama carrying nearly 2 tons of California gold, bars, coins, nuggets, and private bank shipments. Back then, that gold was worth millions. Today, billions. The ship was caught in a hurricane and sank off the coast of the Carolinas. More than 400 people died. The treasure? Never recovered. Tommy believed he could find it. And not only that, he believed he could build a machine capable of recovering treasure from depths no one had ever attempted before. People laughed. Investors doubted him. Experts told him it was impossible. So Tommy did what only geniuses and troublemakers do. He ignored everyone. Tommy Thompson was not a treasure hunter. He was an engineer. He built the technology himself. Nemo, a state-of-the-art deep-sea robot capable of descending 8,000 feet, deeper than the Titanic. He designed recovery claws, cameras, hydraulic arms, mapping systems, all from scratch. Investors finally began to pay attention. Doctors, lawyers, business owners, 129 people trusted Tommy with their money. In 1986, Thompson and his small team set out to find the Central America. And against all odds, they did.
What they found stunned the world. In 1988, 131 years after the ship sank, Tommy's robot touched the ocean floor and filmed something shining in the darkness. A gold bar the size of a brick. Then another, and another. Soon coins appeared, some stacked neatly as if waiting to be picked up. Treasure unlike anything recovered in American history. Newspapers called him the Columbus Sherlock Holmes, the man who found the impossible. Millions of dollars in gold reached the surface. Investors expected the payday of a lifetime, but Tommy Thompson had a different plan.
When it came time to distribute profits, Tommy delayed and delayed and delayed again. Investors asked, "Where's our money?"
Tommy answered with thousands of pages of documents, legal filings, excuses, delays, but no check. Eventually, the investors sued him. Tommy disappeared. For years, Tommy Thompson vanished from society. No bank account activity, no driver's license, no credit cards, no address. He lived like a ghost. Rumors said he was in South America. Others claimed he lived on boats. Some believed he was dead.
But one rumor never went away, that Tommy still had dozens of missing gold coins, rare, priceless pieces worth millions, and that he planned to sell them quietly, one by one. The U.S. Marshals put him on the most wanted list. The FBI got involved. The hunt became national. In 2015, after years on the run, Tommy Thompson was finally found, hiding in a luxury hotel in Boca Raton, Florida. He had been paying for everything in cash. No ID, no records. And when federal agents entered the room, Tommy simply said, "I expected you." In court, the judge asked him, "Where are the missing gold coins?" Tommy refused to answer. He said he forgot. The judge didn't believe him. Tommy Thompson became one of the most unusual prisoners in U.S. history. Not violent, not dangerous, just silent. He spent years in contempt of court, refusing day after day to reveal the whereabouts of the missing treasure. Some say he hid it in a safety deposit box. Others say he buried it. A few believe he sold parts secretly during his years as a fugitive. The truth? Still unknown. Tommy Thompson once stood as the greatest deep-sea engineer of his time, a man who built machines that changed underwater exploration forever, a man who found a treasure lost for more than a century. And yet, he lost everything. His reputation, his wealth, his freedom, and perhaps the respect he once had for himself. Today, Tommy Thompson remains a mystery, a genius whose greatest enemy was himself. The gold he recovered rests in museums and private collections, but the missing coins? No one knows where they are. Not the FBI, not the investors, not the courts. Maybe they were spent. Maybe they were hidden. Maybe they're still buried somewhere only Tommy knows. And as long as he refuses to speak, the treasure remains lost. And the legend of Tommy Thompson, the man who found fortune at the bottom of the Atlantic and stole his own treasure, continues to grow.